Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of Fathom Holdings, a real estate brokerage. Get ready because this proxy statement has a plot twist even M. Night. Shyamalan couldn't have seen coming. They're asking shareholders to approve more shares. This filing is about their annual meeting and some important decisions shareholders need to vote on. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can discuss all things corporate with other savvy investors. First, what's on the agenda? They want to elect directors, which is like choosing team captains, increase the number of available shares for their stock incentive plan, essentially giving themselves more monopoly money, and ratify their choice of auditor, which is like getting a second opinion on their financial homework. This is a Schedule 14A filing, also known as a proxy statement. It's what companies send to their shareholders before a big meeting, usually an annual meeting. It's like the Cliff's Notes for the meeting telling you what's up for vote and why management thinks you should vote a certain way. The meeting is scheduled for August 20, 2025, and if you owned Fathom stock on July 1, 2025, you get a say. Think of this date as the cutoff to get a ticket to the ball. Proposal 1 is all about electing the board of directors, the people who steer the ship. Ravila Gupta is stepping down, so the board is getting a bit smaller. The remaining 6 current directors are up for re-election, and the company wants you to vote for them. Next, they are seeking approval for more shares for their stock incentive plan. This proposal enables them to give stock options to employees, agents, and directors. It's like saying, hey, work hard and you can own a piece of the pie. Finally, Proposal 3 asks shareholders to ratify who the company has picked to validate the books for the year. Think of it as confirming the appointment of the referee for a sports game. To vote, you generally must have owned shares of company stock on July 1, 2025. There are 3 proposals: election of directors, amendment of the 2019 Omnibus Stock Incentive Plan, and the ratification of the selection of Deloitte and Touche LL. Abstaining is like saying I'm here but I'm not involved. Now let's talk about the nominees to the board Teredo. We have Marco Fregzenel, the president, CEO and CFO. He's been with the company since 2012 and knows the business operations inside and out. Then there's Scott Flanders, the chairman, with tons of experience as a CEO for different companies. Next up is David Hood, an audit expert who used to be a partner at Ernst & Young. Stephen Murray brings real estate industry expertise to the table. Adam Rothstein is a venture investor with a focus on tech, media, and entertainment. And finally, Jennifer Venable, who's the VP and General Counsel at Capital Broadcasting Company. The board takes its job seriously. They have committees for audit, compensation, and nominating and governance. Independence is key, with several directors who are deemed independent, and their committees handle the important stuff. The audit committee is like the financial watchdog, making sure the numbers are accurate, consisting of David Hood, Chair Adam Rothstein, and Jennifer Venable. The compensation committee decides how much the executives get paid, consisting of Scott Flanders, Stephen Murray, and Adam Rothstein, and the nominating and governance committee picks future board members, consisting of Jennifer Venable, Chair, and Stephen Murray and Adam Rothstein. And the nominee and Adam Rothstein. Now, let's get to Proposal 2, the amendment to the 2019 Omnibus Stock Incentive Plan. They want to increase the number of available shares. The summary of the 2019 plan is that it lets them give employees, agents, and directors stock options and other stock-based awards. As of July 1, 2025, they have 173,690 left for future awards. What does this mean? If they need more shares for the plan, it means they've been giving out a lot of stock options. Here's the deal. The proxy talks about a ton of tax implications, but the conclusion is that if you get stock options, there are tax implications. That's not surprising. There are 147,707 outstanding options, warrants, and rights, with a weighted average exercise price of 11.87 cents. Also, 3,175 securities are remaining for future issuance under 2017 stock plan. These numbers are important to ensure things go well. Finally, Proposal 3 is all about ratifying the appointment of Deloitte and Touche LL, it's like the board getting a thumbs up to their choice. Deloitte's been doing the audit work. The audit committee has to sign off on this, and they're recommending that the shareholders give their approval. Let's see the fees with Deloitte Quatuor 2024. Audit fees were $635,195. Audit-related fees were $200,000. Tax fees were $147. Tax fees were $147. Tax fees were $48.95 to get everything in place. Time to look at who owns the company. Joshua Harley, one of their more important executives, has a big ownership stake along with Prometheus Foundation and Marco Fregenal again. Marco Fregenal again is important as he is both in leadership and the largest stakeholder. Section 16N requires company big shots to report their transactions. These big shots include executives, directors, and big shareholders, and they all need to report any time they trade the company. It looks like a few of them were a little late on their paperwork. Marco Fregenal, Scott Flanders, David Hood, Ravila Gupta, Stephen Murray, Jennifer Venable, Samantha Giuggio were all late. Alright, now let's look at the money. We need to look at how much the top executives are making. Not first, Macro Fregenal, his salary for 2020. Tugas $6,356.356 Sirias, Amzrin $156,350, but was only there $56,351 through Insredi $122 Valas in 252 makes $2051, $60,350. But was only there for a little while and received $100,000 in bonuses, $60,003. And $100,050 in stock award spot. Samantha Giuggio makes $2055 in $255 in $255 in $255 in salary, plus a $8 only there for a little while, and received $100,000 in bonusy, but was only there for 60. But was only there for a little while and received $100,000 in bonuses. Non-employed directors receive $50,000 a year plus $100,000 in stock. Committee chairs get extra, with the audit committee getting the most. Outstanding means it is not vested. The longer you stay at a corporation, the more options you have as a leading executive who is dedicated. It shows dedication of service. It seems they sold their insurance agency to its original owner for $15 million. They also issued some convertible notes to an existing shareholder and the chairman of the board, and acquired Hometown Heroes from their founder. It always makes you wonder why these things happen. It's worth keeping an eye on related party transactions because they can be a way to move money around in ways that aren't always transparent. Now, looking at these proposals more broadly, Fathom has a few things to watch. It seems they are continuing to use equity and debt raises to fuel growth. The board is structured in a way that shows a commitment to independent oversight, and the executive compensation is important to ensure the company has the right talent, but I'd be aware that they are using a lot of stock options as part of their compensation plan. Alright, that's our breakdown of Fathom Holdings' latest proxy statement. What's your take on these proposals, and what do they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.